fan base.
Yeah, no shortage of support for Rockymore.
All right, fight fans, here we go. Spar Star Promotions is proud to present three-minute rounds of mixed martial arts in the flyweight division. This bout is sponsored in part by High Performance Meals Incorporated. Once again, our referee in charge of this bout, Larry Lamis. And now, introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner. He is wearing black trunks. He is training out of Tillis MMA, Church Boys Wrestling, and Gracie Baja by way of La Habra. He weighed in 128 pounds. He brings to the cage an undefeated record, 3 wins, no losses. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Farge. His opponent across the cage on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing black trunks trimmed in red. He is training out of 10th Planet HQ, downtown Los Angeles, by way of South Central LA. He weighed in 125 pounds. His record, 3 wins, only 1 defeat, with all 3 wins coming by way of submission or knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Jacobe Rockymore. Once again, 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the flyweight division.
All right, we got a little bit of lightning in a bottle. 225-pound men locked inside of a cage. Don't blink.
I didn't realize Lafarge was with Church Boys as well.
Yeah,
We'll see if he tries to get it to the ground.
That's right. It's going to be interesting, man. Both these guys have grappling backgrounds.
Yep.
I take it Rocky Boy's got to be a striker somehow, or likes to bang it out a little bit. Both guys a little tense at first.
But standing right in front of one another.
Oh, there it goes. Diving in on the leg. There we see that wrestling pedigree early.
Nice
Lafarge
ankle pick.
with an ankle pick. Beautiful.
He's got to drag him off the cage. Rockymore doing a nice job of basing on that head. Punches to the back of the head now. About 3 in a row. Nothing from Larry.
Those were definitely on the back of the head. Relentless takedown.
And Albert, you know as well as I, that is exhausting.
Definitely.
Taking a guy down, springs back up like that 3 times in a row.
Sucking the hips away, gets him back up.
Way to be relentless.
Back down.
But that's Church Boys for you. They will not stop until they get you.
That's some relentless. Good job keeping the pressure away. Good job. Good job. Good. Good pass.
Aaron Lafarge just absolutely relentless with his pursuit here.
You could see Rockymore was looking for that lockdown. See how he's swimming his left leg on the instep of Lafarge's? He's going to try to lock down.
And we can see here on the monitor, Kevin, the stark contrast between Lafarge's wrestling pedigree here, his weight directly on top of Rockymore. We saw earlier the fighter on top sitting back and not using his weight properly, as Joe Schilling pointed out.
Right.
Relentless pressure here so far from Aaron Lafarge.
Yeah, this is really high-level pressure here.
And, you know, hats off to his opponent here, Jacobe Rockymore. All that work to get back to his feet, and you're rewarded with another double leg. It's just, it's got to be.
Well, this is
consuming.
This is the fight that Lafarge has prepared for. You can tell he's ready to do this for 9 minutes.
We'll see after the round for sure.
Right.
we talk about this all the time with wrestlers. They have embraced the grind. You know what I mean? They've done this. They've lived that lifestyle where misery is your breakfast. But every single day.
He's got a guillotine that looks like there's no way. Realistically, I would think there's no way to finish that with no guard.
Yeah, you're
basically he's pretty much mounted. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I've seen crazy things happen, but that's a prayer. You see how he's got his legs grapevine.
He's fighting really well, man. He's not giving that guy a position to strike.
Yeah.
He keeps shrimping.
But unfortunately for Rockymore, the time clicks away, and with each tick of the clock, Aaron Lafarge is in a better position than he was a minute earlier.
There you go. Good job.
Nice
Look at
job.
your guard guy.
Yeah, very. Oh, he's got a
Oh, he's got
triangle
a
set
triangle
up.
locked in. He's better lock. It's a little. Oh my goodness, Stan. Whew. That was really close.
It was too close for comfort for Lafarge, I can tell you that.
Some lightning quick hips in the final
great.
seconds there.
You do not want to be inside the close guard of a 10th Planet guy. You know, they just stay very busy.
Little bit of a limp from Lafarge. Little tender on that right leg.
I mean, who knows what he tore or twisted in those wrestling explosive takedowns, you know.
Definitely took down some of that stamina bar.
Humming.
Get it to keep up that pace.
Sorry. My eyes are elsewhere. God, Spar Star has some lovely ring girls.
These are new too, I think. There's 2 new ones tonight.
2 new ones. Awesome.
Hey, my man, give it up for our beautiful ring card girl, Ashley.
Once again, guys, round 1 in the books. Not the typical round you would expect from a couple flyweights here. You know, with that quick twitch muscle response time that these guys had, I was kind of expecting some quick hands, but it's been more of a battle of a chess match than a battle of checkers.
Rocky Boy's got to come out, man, and kind of put the pressure, but the thing is, putting too much pressure can lead to an easy takedown. So we'll see how it goes, man. I know he can't just sit back like he did. He got caught being lazy and got taken out really easily. Sure, he fought all the way up, but he shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. Good. You got to pump up that jab a little bit. Let him know that you're in this. No. That's not what you want. There you go. Pump out your jab.
Yeah, when you throw the cross, this is something my old kickboxing instructor, especially a guy with a ground pedigree, when you throw that cross, you want to maintain your distance. You don't want to commit with your chest. If you get into his range, he will take you down, and the Loch Ness Monster is not very forgiving if you jump in his lake.
It's the truth, man. That's why my coach really makes sure that my base is always planted on the ground. So I'm forced to see exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Overcommitted in that punch, gave him your hips, and there you go.
Yeah, and he telegraphed that one too. You could see that from a mile away. Aaron Lafarge definitely ducked under.
And to be honest with you, that shot is there anytime Lafarge wants it. He doesn't even have to set it up with a strike. His shot is that quick to where he's going to put you on the cage. It's up to Rockymore to pummel for underhooks or sprawl and not end up in this position.
And the other thing I noticed, and this, again, we might be just picking out little points here, but Rockymore, when he backs up on his feet, tends to go straight back. And as we all know in the fight game, especially when there's a cage behind you, you've got to cut angles. You can't go straight back. You run out of room, and the takedown will come.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you end up on the cage and pummel for underhooks and work your way back out, but when you're dealing with a superior grappler like Lafarge is at getting the fight to the ground, you don't want to even get that far.
And it's really hard to keep someone up against the cage. You know, escaping isn't so hard, man. People make it harder than what it is.
Right.
But still, you don't, especially against a grappler like Lafarge.
As my high school football coach would say, Aaron Lafarge is an absolute love sponge right here. He's just soaking up everything Rockymore has to offer.
Yeah, Rockymore is doing his best.
Oh, I sense a head and arm choke coming, Kevin.
You may watch for him to jump to side control to finish his head and arm. He's stuck in the quarter guard of Rockymore. You can still finish here.
He can finish it here, Kevin. That looks deep. Albert, what do you think?
I think he could finish here. I don't think he will. I think the shoulder's a little too high.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be on his chin.
No, I think Rockymore's good, but
oh, now it's deep.
I think Rockymore's just hanging out there, man. He's looking, he's getting a break.
He needs to collect that leg in the half guard and get the underhook.
Now, is this a submission that's easier to finish from mount or side control?
I like to finish it from side control.
Me too. You can finish from mount, but the squeeze is tighter from the side, I think.
If you stay on the mount from the head and arm choke, you are trapping your arm. All he has to do is trap a leg, and he can bump and roll.
Exactly. Rockymore here just carrying all of Lafarge's weight and eating some shots in the meantime.
Yeah, Aaron Lafarge painting both sides of the house right now.
And it's over.
Oh.
He did just enough to
10 seconds left in the round.
to maybe
start walking, wall walk.
Larry Landless getting close to stopping this. And time runs out. Saved by the bell. Another AC Slater reference for those watching at home.
Doesn't look good for Rockymore, man.
No. He's got to find a way to keep this fight on the feet.
right, we are live here. Commerce Casino. Albert Morales, Kevin with us. We're having a great time. We hope you are watching at home. Thank you again to our broadcast colleagues at JT Media, to our friends over at Sniper for making this happen. If it wasn't for you guys behind that camera, we wouldn't be here. So thank you so much. And thank you to Tony Padilla and Barbie Gonzalez, Spar MMA, by far the premier mixed martial arts promotion in the amateur division.
Hands down.
So you guys don't go anywhere. We got more Spar Star action coming at you. We are stuck in the middle of a 125-pound showdown between Aaron LaFarge and my man over here, Jacobe Rockymore. It's been somewhat of a rocky first 2 rounds for Jacobe.
Can you get the rocky finish?
That's right.
Can we expect more from him, Kevin?
Well, he's down 2 rounds to nothing, so he's going to have to come out swinging for the fences, but it's going to leave him vulnerable for the takedown again, so we'll see how he handles it.
All right, Aaron LaFarge appears to clearly be ahead on the scorecards. Oh.
What happened here? We got a tape on the glove, maybe?
Someone's a little wet. Oh, they're bringing in the doctor.
What happened?
Oh, he's exhausted. Larry Landless must have saw something he didn't like in the body language.
Yeah, he's just tired. I don't know what's
This
going
is
on.
one of the great things about the people here at Camo, the amateur mixed martial arts division. Nobody's getting paid here tonight, Albert, Kevin. It's fighter safety first.
He's exhausted. They may call this.
And rightfully so. If they do call it, I wouldn't be all that disappointed. He's holding on to the cage here. You can see his body language is saying something different than his mouth right now, Albert. And I'm sure you've been there before. That's the end of the fight.
Yeah, there's no need to put him through another round of that punishment. I mean, his legs are very wobbly. You could see him.
Jacobe Rockymore's corner and family extremely upset.
Yeah,
he doesn't seem too upset.
No. And what do they want? They want to see him get dumped again by a strong double leg and then pummeled into the cage. I mean, we know the way that round's going to go.
And, you know, the second round of that fight very easily could have been a 10-8 round. I really don't think. I don't think Rockymore had even a puncher's chance in that third round, to be honest with you.
Yeah, his legs were gone. Everything was gone. Even I even felt the will to win was gone. So definitely, man.
And you could see the attitude in the corners change. They seem to be accepting the decision now. Obviously, Larry Landless made that decision with the doctor's advice purely based on the safety of the fighter.
Could be a weight cut thing. You know, he's not that big of a guy, but who knows? You know, that weight cut, that same-day weigh-ins, it can be taxing, man.
I'm telling you, just to lose 5 pounds of water the day of, I've done it in the sauna, and it was the dumbest thing I ever did. You gas in the first 30 seconds. And then when you have a guy like that putting pressure on you, it's grueling.
If you think 5 pounds is dumb, I'm not going to say how much I cut for amateur.
The day of?
Day of, the most I cut was 10 pounds, man. Yeah, it was bad.
I know you gassed. I know you gassed.
Yeah, that's why I finished it in the first.
You're like,
all right, let's send it up to the announcer, Jim Fitzgerald, for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round number 2, referee in charge Larry Landless stops the contest on advice from the physician ringside. Our winner, he is still undefeated. The red corner, Aaron LaFarge.
Well, in honor of Hanato, El DeBarge gets the huge win tonight.
that's right.
Hopefully it was Chico.
You know, LaFarge is the type of guy that can climb really high in this sport with that pedigree of wrestling. If he puts some striking behind it and that conditioning, he's got a nice career ahead of him.
You know, we hear the axiom all the time. Joe Rogan says it all the time. At the bottom of the pyramid, could you ask for a better pedigree base than wrestling?
No.
And you see it here. He comes in and he absolutely controlled the fight. Did he land a lot of damaging shots? No. Did he go for a lot of submissions? No. But he controlled the entire fight. And that is what wrestling can do for you.